In the early 2010s, Scarborough's Malvern neighborhood was caught in the middle of a troubling rise in gun violence. Once known as a tight-knit suburban community, it became one of the areas most associated with gang conflicts and retaliatory shootings in Toronto's East End. Police linked much of the violence to feuds between local crews and long-standing neighborhood rivalries. Innocent residents often found themselves living in fear as drive-by shootings and gunfire became more common, sometimes over petty disputes, sometimes as revenge for earlier killings. By 2014, the tension in Malvern and the surrounding parts of Scarborough had reached a breaking point, and one tragic night that April, an innocent woman would become the latest victim. Not because of anything she did, but because she happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. On the evening of April 12, 2014, 33-year-old Andrea White was spending time with friends in the open garage of her home in a Scarborough housing co-op. It was a calm spring night. Laughter, conversation, and the faint hum of the city in the background. Around 11 p.m., a Range Rover slowly rolled down the quiet street. At first, no one thought much of it. But then, the same SUV came back a second time. This time, it slowed down right in front of the open garage, and in an instant, the calm was shattered. Multiple gunshots rang out from the front passenger window. Andrea was hit once, a single bullet striking her abdomen. Within moments, she was gone. Police quickly flooded the area, searching for the suspects. It didn't take long. Soon after, officers spotted the Range Rover speeding down Highway 401. A high-speed chase ensued, engines roaring, tires screeching, stretching across several kilometers. The pursuit ended when the Range Rover hit a curb in a residential neighborhood. When police approached the wrecked SUV, they found Michael Devaney sitting in the front passenger seat. He was immediately arrested, but the driver, Alwyn Bigby, fled on foot into the night. A few days later, Bigby turned himself in to police and admitted that he was behind the wheel that night. Both men, Devaney and Bigby, were charged with the murder of Andrea White. At trial, the Crown alleged the shooting was not random. Prosecutors said the pair had planned the attack as an act of revenge, retaliation for the murder of one of their friends, Quado Kojo Mensah, in the same neighborhood a year earlier. But when the case went to court, the stories didn't line up. Devaney took the stand and told a very different version of events. He claimed there was a third person in the SUV, someone he only knew by the nickname Star. According to Devaney, Star was the one who fired the shots from the passenger seat. He said he was sitting in the back seat during the shooting, and that during the police chase, Star jumped out of the moving vehicle, disappearing into the night. Bigby, on the other hand, denied that a third person was ever there. He told the court that it was just him and Devaney in the Range Rover, and that Devaney pulled the trigger. The trial stretched on for 7 weeks, filled with conflicting testimony, forensic evidence, and emotional accounts from those who knew Andrea White. On June 12, 2017, after days of deliberation, the jury delivered its verdict. Michael Devaney was found guilty of second-degree murder. Alwyn Bigby was acquitted. Andrea White's death shocked her Scarborough community, a senseless act of violence that took the life of an innocent woman relaxing in her own garage. Her story is a reminder of how retaliation and gun violence can destroy more than one life. It leaves ripples that never truly fade.